everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Yommy Brown of Yommycrochetlogy, and today's tutorial is this cute baby Peplum top that fits sizes 18 months to 24 months. And if you like my content that talks about crochet and styling our crochet pieces, please don't forget to smash that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. So let's get started. So these are the following that we will be needing for this tutorial: a hook, 3mm hook, 2.75mm hook, gradient cotton yarn, this is the Twirl shadow from Hobby, and a flower applique, which is also available in my channel. A flower applique should be description box below. So first and foremost is you will get your child's chest measurement. Mine is 19 inches, and of course the sleeves or just the shoulder, and 7 inches measurement. Okay, so the chest measurement, we will use that as a guide for our panel for the chest. So I started with a 3mm hook and of course the yarn. Make a slip knot, however you are comfortable in making one. And then a chain of 115 is for my baby's size, so you might need more or you might need less. So I have here my 115 chain. I just added 2 to 3 inches because my yarn, it's not as stretchable as I hoped it would be. Once you're happy with the sizing, slip stitch to the first chain that you made. So there you go. And this time our work will be in rounds. Chain of 2. And then half double crochet in every stitches around. So remember, our work is in rounds. So I'm here at the end of our row and I half double crochet my way around, and before we will close this first rows of half double crochet, we will make sure our work is not twisted or tangled. And then you can slip stitch into the chain 2 that you made in the beginning of this row. So there you go, the second row of the pattern. And this time I sized down to 2.75mm hook. You don't need to do this, but I usually do that to even my tension. Now chain of 2 and half double crochet again in every stitches around. So the same pattern, using a half double crochet in every stitches around your panel. So I'm here at the end of this row, and I'll just finish it off with a few stitches of half double crochet and then slip stitch to the chain 2 that we made at the beginning of this row. So that is second row using a half double crochet. And then chain of 2 again. And half double crochet in every stitches. So it's the same pattern of a half double crochet in every stitches around. So continue the pattern of half double crochet in every stitches around your panel until you have 15 rows of half double crochet, or even longer if you want more coverage, or shorter if you're making it for a smaller size. So I just need a 15 rows of half double crochet. So I have here my last stitches of the last rows. So again, just half double crochet my way around until the end and slip stitch to the chain 2 that we made. So there you go, I finished my chest panel. If this is too short, you may always add more rows before we will proceed to the peplum part. Or if this is too long, again, you just have to deduct some rows. So this one here is 10 cm long, and that is perfect for 18 months to 24-old months baby. So now we will proceed to the increase part of the peplums. Chain of 2, 1 and 2, And then increase. Increase means 2 double crochet in the same stitch. So this time we are using the double crochet. So increase is 2 double crochet in 1 stitch. And then on the next stitch, make a double crochet. This time just 1 double crochet. And again, increase in the next. And double crochet in the next. So repeat the pattern of increase and double crochet alternately around your panel, okay, until you reach at the end of your row. So I'm here at the end of the row, and I will just finish it off with the alternate of increase and a double crochet. And then we will slip stitch to the chain 2 that we made at the beginning of the row. So next row is chain of 4 and then double crochet in the next. So your chain 4 here is considered as a stitch, okay? And then on the next, make a double crochet, chain 1, and then double crochet again in the same stitch. Okay, so it kind of look like a V shape. Okay, and again in the next, make a double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet again in the same stitch. So repeat the pattern of double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet around your panel. So we're here at the end of this row, and again double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet in the same stitch to form that little V shape. So that's what it looks like, and then slip stitch to the chain 4 that you made at the beginning of the row. And so that is the increase part. We only need 2 rows of increase part. So as you can see, it already made that cute crinkly looks, okay? And this time we will be working in rounds into the chain spaces that you made, okay, in between the V's. Chain of 3, 2 and 3, and then 2 double crochet into the chain space from the previous round, okay? Make 2 double crochet into the chain space, so that's 1 and 2, and then chain of 2, 1 and 2, and then again make 2 double crochet in the same chain space. Okay, so that's how our pattern goes. 2 double crochet in chain 2 and 2 double crochet in the same chain space. So continue the pattern of 2 double crochet and chain 2 and 2 double crochet in the same chain space around your panel or your little peplum part, and I'll meet you at the end of your row. I'm here at the end and I have few chain spaces left, so again continue the pattern of 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet in the same chain space. Slip stitch to the chain 3 that you made in the beginning of the row. So that's how we will close this row, okay? And then chain 3 again, and then still we will be working into the chain space. Okay, so 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet again, all in the same 2 chain space from the previous round. Okay, so this time we have 2 chain spaces that we will be working into from the previous round. Okay, so there's your second chain 2 space from the previous round, and again make 2 double crochet in that chain space. So that's 1 and 2, and then chain of 2, 1 and 2, and then another 2 double crochet in the same 2 chain space from the previous round. So the same pattern, and you have to repeat it around your panel until you reach here. Okay, so you have to repeat the pattern of 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet around the panel until you have long enough for your baby to use as a peplum top. This pattern is 5 rows of Lacey scallops, so if you needed more, just add more rows. If you needed less, just deduct some rows of the Lacey scallop. So I'm here at the end of my rows for the peplum rows, and again I'll just continue the pattern of 2 double crochet, chain 2, and then 2 double crochet again in the same chain 2 space from the previous round. Okay, so there you go. This is my last Lacey scallop. Okay, and then you have to make a slip stitch to the chain 3 in the beginning of this row. So overall my peplum is consists of 5 rows. Okay, so 5 rows of Lacey scallops. If you needed more, just add more row. If you don't need that much, just deduct the rows. So this time we will proceed to the sleeves, the puff sleeves. So I have here the stitch markers. So these stitch markers here indicate something. Okay, so we have rows of single crochet in the sleeve. Okay, back and forth single crochet, and this one here, this 2 stitch marker means this is where we will increase. Within these 2 stitch markers is our increase. Outside that stitch markers is non-increase. Okay, we don't need to increase outside that stitch markers, these 2 stitch markers here. These 2 rows, this one and this one here, is the beginning and end of rows where we increase, and then the rest is non-increase, and then we gradually decrease from here all the way down. So this part is a decrease, and then the scallops. First is find the center, and from the center you count 10 stitches all the way to each side. So from here in the center all the way to this side, and also on this side, you have 10 stitches, and put stitch markers, back and front stitch markers, and then attach your yarn. So make a chain of 35. Again, 35 here is the size for my baby. So if you needed more, just add more, or if you don't need that much, just deduct the 35 chain. This is my 35 chain, and slip stitch to the back stitch marker. And then we will slip stitch into the panel itself, going to the armpit side. Okay, so this is the armpit, not the neckline, but the armpit side. So slip stitch in there. So this slip stitch is considered as a turning chain. Okay, and then face your chain again and make a single crochet in every stitches. So I'm here at the end of this row, and again finish it off with a single crochet and end it with a slip stitch to your panel itself. Okay, this is to connect your sleeves to the panel. Okay, so that is the first row of our single crochet. This time, start with a slip stitch again to the panel. Again, this is considered as a turning chain. And turn your work. And then single crochet in every stitches until you reach at the end of your row. So repeat the pattern of single crochet rows until you have 4 rows of single crochet back and forth. Remember, your slip stitch in the beginning is considered as a turning chain. So I have here the last few stitches of my row, and I am in my 4th row of single crochet. And again, we will finish it off with a single crochet and a slip stitch to the panel itself. So there you go. That's your first 4 rows of single crochet. So this time, find the half of your sleeve, fold it and find the half and put a stitch marker. And each side you have to count 5 stitches. So 5 stitches each side of that center marker, and you have to put another stitch marker to indicate that this is the area where you will increase. Within these 3 stitch markers is our increase part for the sleeves. So chain of 1 and single crochet in every stitches, including the armpit. Okay, so your work this time is in rounds. So from the sleeve all the way to the armpit, you will single crochet in each stitches. So this is your armpit area, so continue the single crochet in this part until you reach into your chain 1 at the beginning of this row. So we're here at the end of our row and we have few stitches left, and again continue the single crochet to close your row and then slip stitch to the chain 1 that you made. So this time you have to chain 1 and single crochet in every stitches until you reach this first stitch marker. So we're here in the first stitch marker, so this time we will do the increase. Increase means 2 single crochet in the same stitch and then single crochet in the next. Okay, so this increase is just within the stitch markers. Increase means 2 single crochet in the same stitch and then single crochet on the next. So just within these stitch markers, okay? Just these 3. And then outside the stitch markers, you will make a 1 single crochet. Repeat the pattern until you have 3 rows of increase. I'm here at the end of my 3rd row of the increase pattern. So the increase is only within the stitch markers. And then slip stitch to the chain 1 that we made. So as you can see, we already have that crinkle design in the sleeve. So this time we will start the non-increase row. So chain of 1 and then single crochet in every stitches. Okay, so don't increase, just single crochet around your sleeve. So repeat the pattern of single crochet around the sleeve until you reach into your chain 1 at the beginning of every row. And you have to make 16 rows for this pattern. If you want it longer, just add more rows. If you want it shorter, you can deduct the rows. So I'm here at the end of my 16 rows of single crochet or non-increase row, and again just single crochet all the way to the end. And then slip stitch to the chain 1 that we made every beginning of the row. So these from here all the way to this last row here is 16 rows total, and that is the non-increase row. Okay, again just add more rows if you needed to add more rows. So this time we will proceed to decrease row, so chain of 1 and single crochet in the next 7 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, and then on the 8 stitches you have to decrease. Decrease is you single crochet the stitches together, so single crochet together. Okay, so insert your hook again in the next stitch, wrap your yarn and pull it through. You should have 3 yarns in your hook, and wrap your yarn and pull it through till the end. So that's a decrease. Again, 7 stitches before you will decrease. So repeat the pattern of 7 stitches and then decrease until you reach at the end of your row. So we're here at the end of the row, and again I just single crochet my way at the end and slip stitch to the chain 1 that we have at the beginning of each row. Put a stitch marker on your first row of the decrease because again we don't want to lose that, and repeat the decrease row 5 times or until you have enough hole for your child's arm. Okay, in my case I need 5 rows and that fits her arm. So I'm here at the end of my decrease row, and again I'll decrease the stitch here, and I single crochet my way and then slip stitch. Okay, so from there all the way here I've got 5 rows. Again, yours might be different. If you need a bigger hole, obviously you don't need that much rows. Once you're happy with the size of the hole, then let's proceed to the scallop for the edging. So chain of 1 and then single crochet on the next, skip 2 stitches and then 5 double crochet after that. So that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then again skip 2 and single crochet on the next stitch. So repeat the pattern of your scallop around your little sleeve. So I have here the last few double crochets to form the last scallop, and then skip some stitches or whatever is left and slip stitch to the chain 1. So that's the end of my sleeve, and you have to repeat that sleeve pattern at the other side. Now find half of your sleeve and attach your yarn there, and then a chain of 70. Again, 70 chain. If that's too long for your baby, you can always change it, or if that's too short, you can always change it. So I have here my 70 chain, and then skip 3 stitches and make 4 double crochet on the next stitch. Okay, so we're making a petals here. And then in the same hole or in the same stitch, make a slip stitch, a chain of 2. and again 4 double crochet in the same stitch. So repeat the pattern until you have 4 petals. And repeat it in the other side to match up with this side. And as for the little flower applique, please see the description box below or the card above for the separate tutorial. And that's it, we're done with our little peplum top. So let me know in the comment section if how'd you go with your little cute peplum puff sleeve top, and if you made one for your little girls, don't forget to tag me in my Instagram or in my Facebook. So you can always reach me out here in my social medias, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I hope to see you again sometime next week. Goodbye!
Already, so much love surrounding you. The world can be a wobbly